Bokuto, SHEITTalkHER BlACK. 2 days ago, I put up some videos dealing with that movie, Lucy. And here, the wrong way. It is called No Man and Lucy, CPH4, and all these other letters and shit, and part 2. The reason I am showing this now because I have a video that came in after this and I don't see it anywhere. It is gone. So I want to do this part over. Hit set. Now, that there is called thought transference. You must understand that this is Hollywood. So they are going to wood and holly us, you know? But when you are thinking something and someone else can think the same thing, it is called thought transference. And somehow they can do that shit with the TV. Because I can be thinking or even reading one, and I remember this like it's happening right now. One day I was reading something, and I can't remember anything I was reading. But I can remember the TWO and the WEEKS. Before I can say 2 weeks, the TV said it for me. The other day, me and my daughter, we were in the house. We were here in my daughter's house. And my daughter was talking about the salon. And this thing I know, a commercial comes on TV. And every time me or my daughter says salon, so did the commercial. My daughter thinks that shit is cute. Maybe because she's just not being sensitized to it. I was sensitized to it back in 2007. It is no longer cute. So they can also read your mind and do a thought transference. At my grandbaby party last year, one of the girls who was invited, she was a grown woman and pregnant. She sat in front of me. And every time I got ready to say something, it fell out of her mouth. Or as I was saying it, it was falling out of her mouth. And I told her, stop allowing them to do a thought transference of me. And she was like, no, Ima, it's not a thought transference. Great mind, think alike. No, that was a thought transference because you do not have a great mind. I know, because I know you. And you do not have a great mind. And I do not think like you. So that was a thought transference. How do I actually know about a thought transference? Amy? Oh yeah, I have caught a call. I'm going to tell you how I caught that shit too. I went to Amy's house in like 2011, I think. She was going to go to court for this shit. She had her papers, everything. This girl did all kind of shit. One thing I can say, that girl is definitely a worker bee. So Amy was getting me into the technology of the stuff. Stop blaming your children, stop blaming your children, get into the technology. So we're into the technology right along with Amy. Well, it's like just a couple of months with Amy was like 10 years of information. So much. When she told me, it's like my mind was like zoom, zoom, zoom. Once you tell me something, my mind will take off. You know? Because I need to see if what you're saying is fact or is it fiction. And it is fact. She told me about thought transference and how it happens. So Elvira, she was there. That's how I met Amy, through Elvira. Now they want to stop one sound in my ear. They hear the sound coming in both ears. They take it out of one ear, change the sound. It's only in my right ear. You see the bastards with the fucking signals? I know my body, so I can hear them. What they're trying to get me to do with the signal, more so, go off track to what I'm saying. This is the video. They snatch, they just straight turn my phone off, you know? Just straight turn my phone off. My phone went fucking black. And then when I came back, I started and I finished what I was saying. I just hurried up and turned my phone back on and hurried up and finished with the video so I don't forget. So now I'm going to play this over. As I said, you saw her, the one who the drugs busted in her belly. You saw her do a thought transference. They did a thought transference with her, for her. It's called thought transference. Now listen to the rest. See how she can read her mind. And that's how they can read our minds too. And when you think that this drug is going to have you able to read other people's mind, what they will do is they will artificial telepathy, and they also can do a thought transference, you know? Like, in the nation of Yahweh. Yes. The signal when it stopped in the left ear, and then a new signal started in my right ear. It was for me to forget. Thought transference, how do I know? Elvira introduced me to Amy. Elvira went to Amy's house. She was calling me. I was talking to Elvira, and Amy was going to court, all this other kind of stuff, you know? So I packed up my shit, and I moved to Beverly. So while I was up there, when Amy told me about thought transference, now, Amy's house was so cold. It was just too cold in that area. I could have stayed up there with some nice TIs, and, well, my life would probably be gorgeous, but that weather, I just cannot deal with that weather. It make my bones hurt too bad. So, it was really cold in Amy's house. It's 2011. But Amy, you know, didn't have a heater or something, and she could not deal with the stove because it would make her sick. I said, you know, I could put water on it, and the water will take in all the poisons, evaporate all the poisons, and you will not get sick. There's a name for that too. So that didn't work. Amy still got sick. So I woke up, and I wake up early. It was about 5 o'clock when I woke up. And it was freezing, but I had to use the restroom. It was freezing. I was not getting up to go to the toilet. It was just too damn cold. So I just put the cover all over me. I had like a little flashlight. And I had a book. So I was reading this book. It's a book Amy gave me on, damn, I can't think of his name. Somebody Delgado. Something she had given me to read. I was reading that. And so it was 5 o'clock. So about 7:30, I said, let me get up and go to the restroom. I said this shit to myself, you know, but in my mind, let me get up and go to the restroom. Now, I slept on one couch in the living room, and Elvira slept on the couch opposite me in the living room. When I said in my mind, let me get my ass up and go to the restroom, I get ready to take the cover off. I've already taken the cover off my head. So now I'm getting ready to take the cover off my body, and Elvira gets up. And the way she gets up, it's like she is a robot. See, I pay attention to things. Certain things I've always paid attention to all my life. But I've never been desensitized to every fucking thing in that goddamn world. So, she gets up, she goes to the restroom. I see that. I take note. So, then later on that day, Amy wakes up. And Amy is in her room. The way Amy's house is made, you can't hear her from her bedroom. But I said to myself, let me get up and go in here and see what Amy is saying so she doesn't have to talk so loud. So Amy has 2 doors to her room, but there is a certain way I seem to always go to her room. You know, I do not go to, she has 2 doors. One door I seem to never go through unless I am coming in from outside and she is in her room. then I'll go through there. But if I'm in the living room, there's a certain path I take to the bathroom. And there's a certain path I take to get to Amy's room. So now I get up to go to Amy's room, and guess who is in the doorway, as though she is blocking the doorway. See how she is in the doorway? Like this. Elvira was in the doorway. She had her hand here, her other leg here. She was kind of slanted this way, but her legs were open, so her other leg appeared to be over there, and her hand was on her hip. Thought transference. Before I could get to Amy's room, they had already moved Elvira there. Elvira is so, like, robotic. Some people are so robotic. I just don't want you around me, period. I know you're robotic. And I also know that Elvira is a T.I. I know she is. So, the third thing they did, okay, so I'm sitting there and I'm on the internet and doing this and doing that. So I think I'm gonna go outside and smoke, smoking a cigarette. And because at the time I was smoking cigarettes, not cigars. So, but I always need something to drink when I'm smoking, cigarettes and cigars are gross. So I got up to go and get me something to drink. Right? To go in the kitchen, to get something to drink, to go outside and get me a cigarette. As I said, I take a certain path to the kitchen. Elvira does not take the path I take. The path I take because it is a couple of more steps, and I don't want to get too overweight, so I'll take them extra steps, And when I was with Amy at the time, I didn't even have a cane, but my back was bothering me, but I did not have a cane or anything I could, walk. So this is how it is. This is the living room, right? That's the living room. There is a hallway right here, and then you can go into the kitchen. You go down, you go into the bathroom. This is the living room, a hallway right here. Amy's room is right there, okay? So this is the living room. Then there's a dining room, like a little nook. So you go here to the nook and into the kitchen. Elvira always goes that way. She always goes that way. I always go living room, hallway, kitchen. So when I get into the kitchen, I am already at the sink. The way Elvira goes into the kitchen, she is at the refrigerator and the stove. But this day, when I say I'm going to go outside and smoke, let me get something to drink, she got her ass up. The living room, she got her ass up. She went down the hallway as I always go and into the kitchen. They actually didn't need to show me the bullshit 3 times. No. But I'm glad they did. That makes me no. I know what Amy was saying was real. So I didn't tell Amy what was going on at the time. Not at that time, I did not. Because there was other things going on. They were targeting all kind of TIs against each other. And I was not into none of it. So let us finish with this. If 2 of us have the same thought at the time, we would say in our house, we would say one might, like peach, one might, and you try to piss the other one first and say peach, one might, But today is not peach, one might. Today it is now thought transference. There's someone on the internet I can think of doing something like I wanted to do a shoe store, but I was telling my daughter and my grandbabies I wanted. Okay, this part is talking about someone else that actually does do a lot of recycling, arts and crafts for dolls. And what I am about to tell you, I just want to stop to say the person that I am speaking did both crafts that I wanted to do. Right after I spoke it, a couple of days later, it was on the internet. Right after I spoke it. But I didn't have enough room for it. go on the internet, and there is issue store. Then someone had that issue store, for the dolls. Then I wanted to do a spaceship. I wanted to make them a spaceship. I have all the stuff I need to make a spaceship. Man, I know what kind of spaceship I want and everything. And then I go on the internet, and guess what? Someone has made a spaceship for the dolls. So I want to say that is one of my, and I also want to say great minds think alike. But then there's something else that says thoughts and swears, But great minds do think alike, because I know that if you have something in your mind, say you want to get a patent for something, you have to. And then they turn the video off. It says, like if you want to get a patent for something, and this has happened to many people, you can go on the internet and read it. They will be thinking of something, to invent something. And all of a sudden, someone else does it. You know who used to do that? Ford. Ford is nothing but a thief. The reason the car today is a motor car is because Ford stole some type of belt or something. I don't know, but he stole that from someone. And then I saw a movie where the man made the windshield wipers, and they stole that too. And so you can be thinking that you want to make something and you need a patent for it, especially if you are, don't have that much money to get a patent, And the next thing you know, someone has made your idea and they have the patent too, because they stole that thought out of your mind. They can do that. That's why they cut this goddamn video off. They did not want you to know that. I don't know what will happen to this video. And the other video that comes behind this video is gone. Yeah, I cannot find it anywhere. I was all in my machine. And when I download them into my machine, I just take the whole slab and put it in a folder, and name the folder so I know. But it is not in my machine, and it is not that. Something else they did. I had maybe, I don't remember how many of those videos I had, but I had a lot of them. You see, I have to empty out my machine because my machine is full. But I think I took the picture. I don't know how to make it bigger. Only like this. No, right here. You see that? It said this is no longer located in EDCIM, whatever. Verify the item location and try again. I had put all the videos into the file, and this one was the only one would not go into the file. And then all of a sudden, because it says this is no longer located, in my disk. And I wonder, how did they only get one? What happened? Maybe they were too late, or maybe that was the only one the bitches wanted. And then, if you go down here, it says, all of a sudden, there is not enough space on new chip. You need an additional 99 gigabytes to copy these files. Okay, so now I go in there, and and these were more of the this was more of some videos, right? The next day or whatever, right? So then I go in there and see, I even put my dolls, I put everything in there. Then later on I go in there and I put them in the right file sometimes, but sometimes I just do it like this. But now there's not enough space on new chip. It may not be enough space in my machine. I'm not saying that, they're messing with that. No, it may not be. It really may not be enough space in my machine. And then here it says, there's not enough space on targeted. See? So now I'm trying to put things, okay, well, since it won't fit in this file, new chip, then let me put it in targeted. It won't fit there. It says, there's not enough space. Here, I needed 99 gigabytes, same as that. So I say, okay, I know it could be full. I'm surprised it's not fat as hell, all the shit I have in it. So now I'm starting to empty that shit out, right? And so, but this one said, this is no longer located. That means it is gonna disappear. How did it know what the fuck it looked like if it is no longer located? You see? And that was 119. Today is the 25th. You see? Wait, date modified. This does not have date modified. So this was the day I did it. January 19th is the day I did this video, and it just disappears. Well, I didn't know I talked that damn long. Hey, bro.